guys, so we are going to take a look here at how to create equations. So in order to do this, we are going to go through a checklist. This seemed to help you guys with solving equations, so why not use a checklist to help us create them as well? So to create an equation, we first need to create a variable of what we are trying to find. Number 2, we write an equation of the scenario. Number 3, you solve that equation for your variable. And number 4, you explain your answer, or sometimes we may ask if it's a reasonable answer. So let's look at one example in particular here with Santiago, and he is building a rectangular fence, hence we have a rectangle. Rectangle, Miss Weldy. And he's building this rectangular fence around the back of his home. He has 930 feet of fencing materials. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. Of fencing materials. He wants the length of his rectangular fence to be 150 feet more than 8 times the width. Find the width of the fence. So we're going to underline that. We are finding the width of the fence. Okie dokie. So first things first, what are we trying to find? Well, we are trying to find the width. So in a rectangle, the width is always the shorter of the two sides. So let's call it W. And there are 2 widths in a rectangle. We also have a length. Now, the length of our rectangle, they tell us, is 150 feet more than, which means that we are going to have 150 feet more than plus 8 times the width. So 8 times the width, or you could just write that as 8W. And again, guys, there are 2 lengths in a rectangle. And so what we're going to do is this is our visual. All right, so this is our visual aid in what we're trying to build or create. So now we're going to write an equation of this scenario. So they tell us that he has 930 feet of fencing materials. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our 150 plus 8W, our length, but we have 2 of those. So we're going to add those together. So our 2 lengths, and we're going to add together our 2 widths. And those are going to equal our 930 feet worth of fencing material, or our perimeter. All the way around my rectangular object, I can utilize this many feet worth of materials. All right, so according to how we solve equations, notice we have a lot of like terms on the left side. So let's combine some like terms. So when we combine our like W's on the left side, we get 18 W's. And if we add our 150 plus the 150, we get 300, equals our 930 feet worth of material. So now we can solve this easy 2-step equation. So we, instead of adding 300, we subtract. And instead of multiplying W by 18, we are going to divide. So we end up with that our width is 35 feet. Make sure to put your units, guys, because that helps me determine what unit of measurement we are using. All right, now what if I had asked you what the length was in this question? Well, if I asked you what the length was, you would have taken your W that you know is 35, and you would have substituted it next to the 8. So you would have taken 150 plus 8 times 35, and that would have revealed the length of your rectangle. All right, on to number 2. So Amber has paid $69.25 for 4 movie tickets. I'm going to highlight that. 4 movie tickets cost the $69.25. They're asking us what was the price of each ticket. So for every 1 ticket, how much did you pay? So let's set up a little equation to help us figure this out. So if I'm looking for the price, I know that Amber has already paid $69.25. And she has paid for 4 movie tickets. So for 4 tickets, T, she has paid $69.25. So in order to find the price of each ticket, we won't multiply by 4 to the amount of tickets I have, but we would divide by 4 from both sides. So each individual ticket would cost approximately $17.31. Don't forget your dollar sign so that I know you're talking about money. So one ticket is going to cost that amount based on what was told. All right, let's take a look at number 3. So Mia paid $28,675 for her new car. This was $875 less than the sticker price. They're asking you, what was the sticker price of the car? AKA the sticker price means the original price of the vehicle. So let's take a peek here. So she paid $28,675, but this was $875 less than the sticker price. So I'll put P for price. All right. So $875 less than the sticker price of the vehicle itself. So in order to find the original sticker price without taking away the $875, we undo subtraction, which ends up giving us addition of the $875 on both sides, which means the original sticker price of Mia's vehicle was $29,550 for the original sticker price of her vehicle. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you literally drive a car off a lot, its value starts to decrease as soon as you drive it off the lot or buy the vehicle. It's what we call depreciation. And that's something that you may run into as you guys are starting to learn how to drive and when you go to look to buying or purchasing a vehicle. Pretty cool stuff, huh? Let's take a look at our last 2 examples and we'll move on from here. All right, so Max puts $505 into a savings account, and each month he deposits $80 into that same account. Now we have a second boy, his name's Trey, and Trey starts his savings account with $730, and each month he deposits $55. Now the first part of this question is asking you to write an equation that represents when Max and Trey will have the same amount of money in their savings accounts. So when we're talking about when somebody has the same amount of money, it means we're looking for when these 2 boys are going to have something equal in amount or equal in money value. So to do that, we first have to write an equation or an expression to represent Max's saving account and Trey's savings account. So here we go. For Max, I'm going to do his in blue. So Max has an account where he has already put in $505, but he is each month depositing $80. So we're going to add that $80 per month. So I'm going to use an M to represent that. Now for Trey, we are going to do his in magenta. So Trey starts off with $730 in his account, but each month he deposits $55 per month. And we're trying to find when they will have the same amount in their accounts or when they will become equal. So we have just made our equation and now we're going to solve it. So I'm actually going to pause here for a second and I'm going to rewrite my equation under letter B. So again, guys, we're looking for when they have the same amount in their accounts. So we are setting them equal. So as we look here, we don't have any parentheses. We don't have any like terms on the same side. So now we need to undo our operations. So 55M is smaller than 80M. So to move a positive number, we are going to subtract the 55M to the other side. So we should get 505 plus 25 M's when we subtracted the 55M equal to 730. So now we need to get this 25M by itself. So instead of adding 505, we're going to subtract it. We should end up with 25M equals 225. So to finish this up, guys, we need to figure out in which month or how many months when will Max and Trey have the same amount of money in their account. So instead of multiplying by 25, we divide by 25. Give me 2 seconds. Eat.